I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Armstrong Arena in New Haven for this edition of High School Girls Basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Tonight, the homestanding New Haven Bulldogs take on the Knights of East Noble in this girls basketball matchup. Well, New Haven comes into this game with a record of 1-7 on the season. They are currently on a 5-game losing streak. The last game was against Wayne right here on Tuesday night. A game where New Haven showed some fight early on in the ball game. They got some players who are quick to the basket. They showed some good effort on the defensive end in the first half, but for the last 3 quarters, Wayne kind of just ran away from him. And Wayne's a team that they've been building up as far as experience goes under head coach Laisha Gorman. They've been getting better year by year. They had that 3-game losing streak to start the season, but if I'm not mistaken, Wayne has continued their winning ways, or gotten back to their winning ways since then. Yeah, they're currently on a 6-game winning streak. They're now 6-3 with their last game being against Concordia. That was a win for the Generals. And New Haven does have a win this season. They went winless last year. That one win was against Canterbury. 37-29 was the final. As for this East Noble team, they are 2-5, coached by head coach Sean Kimmel in his 3rd year with the Knights. Knights have lost their last 2 games, both on the road against Carroll and Lakeland. In fact, this is part of a 5-game road trip that East Noble is currently on. That road trip will end on December 13th when the Knights welcome the Snyder Panthers. Got about 3 minutes to go before we get started here at Armstrong Arena, and while we have a moment, we'll go ahead and get in a few words from our sponsors that allow us to come out and do these games that we always get to do here on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their locations and contact them at brands@drivekelly.com, and also find Kelly Automotive Group on the web at drivekelly.com. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping you to get your driver's license reinstated. If so, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Gioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu for more information. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I beg your pardon, that was the wrong logo there. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And now, at Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. And it is that time of year. Always 100 is holding their 13th annual Always 100 Holiday Hoops Camp. It takes place at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse on 3946 Ice Way in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Holiday Hoops Camp goes on from December 26th through the 29th. Morning sessions are 9 to 11 a.m. Evening sessions are 4 to 6 p.m. It's for pre-K through 8th grade students. Morning sessions cost $50. Evening sessions also cost $50. To combine both morning and evening sessions, that would be $80. To register, go online to always100basketball.com. That's always100basketball.com. Looks like we're just about to have the national anthem and then the starting lineups announced here at Armstrong Arena. We will be back in just a matter of moments. You are watching high school girls basketball here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people, I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it, I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer, you look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You gotta work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Well, welcome back to Armstrong Arena. We do hope you got a chance to check out the game that was going on between our game over at Woodland earlier today and the one that we got going on here. That was Noblesville versus Northrop over at David E. Riley Court. It was Noblesville who won that one 59-52, and I believe that's the first loss of the season for Katie Jackson's Northrop Bruins. Here we got 2-5 East Noble versus 1-7 New Haven. Bulldogs did not win a game last year. They've already won one this year over Canterbury, now trying to add to that in this matchup of two Northeast 8 conference rivals, and it's the Knights who win the opening tip. Around the defender went Bree Walmsley. Get the ball to the top of the key to Bailey Bortner, and that's taken away. Johnson able to recover, but she throws it into traffic, and right there to knock it away was Kaya Mosley. Here's Walmsley across the timeline. They get the ball to Addison Deming. She's a freshman. Stands in at 5'8", long pass across court. Bortner trying to go baseline. Ball is loose, recovered by the Knights. And Deming comes up with it. Has it knocked away and taken away by New Haven. A foul is called on the deck. That was Monty Stewart King who got the takeaway for the Bulldogs. That turnover comes with 7:12 to play here in this first quarter. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone press here by East Noble. The lob to Johnson. Johnson gets down the baseline. Her floater is good. An early 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs with 6:46 on the clock. Johnson, a player who averages double figures for this team, gets them on the board. And they came out playing some pretty quick basketball, getting past Wayne's full court pressure in the first quarter back on Tuesday night. However, the Generals ran away with that one in the end. And again, the Wayne Generals are on a 6-game winning streak. Got a foul here on Monty Stewart King. Ball will stay with East Noble. Bortner, the inbound, tough catch by Peyton Quake. That's blocked by Stewart King. It's out of bounds. East Noble keeps it. But Monty Stewart King has been doing some work on the defensive side for the New Haven Bulldogs. Lob inside, and that's going to be a foul on Snodgrass, Abigail Snodgrass, the 5'8" forward. It's the second foul that New Haven's committed. First on Snodgrass. Inbound goes to Walmsley. Her three is short. Battle for the rebound. Recovered along the sideline by Bortner. They go with the entry pass inside to Peyton Quake. A little bit too strong. Goodrich has the rebound. That's Samantha Goodrich. 5'11" center. Janiyah trying to split defenders, and she has the ball ripped away. Johnson going after another steal, and she commits the foul. That's her first as she fouls Walmsley. Ball is out of bounds, last touched by Addison Deming. And New Haven will take over, still just a 2-0 lead in this first quarter. This is Alana Webb bringing the ball across the timeline. She's a freshman, player who scored in double figures on a couple of occasions. That was last touched by the Knights. New Haven will keep it. The New Haven boys team was in action last night at Blackhawk Christian. They put together a good battle, but ended up losing. I believe the final score was 63-61. Gage Sefton hitting a couple of free throws to give Blackhawk the lead when it was all said and done. That's Goodrich with an offensive rebound. And they get it back outside to Webb. Webb for three, too strong. That was touched by Johnson, it appeared, and it looks like the official thought the same thing. Looked like she just got it with her fingertips. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here at New Haven. That's Mosley into the paint, finds a lane. Mosley left it short, and the rebound comes out to Webb. Mosley had all kinds of space in that paint, but could not get the basket to fall. Webb around the screen from Snodgrass. And she's fouled, and then, oh, wait a second. Webb is going to be teed up as she just shoved Bailey Bortner to the ground. She initially got fouled. I think it was on Bortner, but then Alana Webb shoved back at Bortner. And it's going to be free throws for East Noble. So the official explains to Myquisha Bratton about the foul. We had a technical foul in our game earlier today between Adams Central and Woodland. That was called on Adams Central head coach Kyle Rowe. Well, Walmsley gets East Noble on the board. Only the one free throw. It was 2 shots in the ball for East Noble after the technical foul. Long pass across court to Bortner. Bortner down the baseline, and the ball was touched last by the Bulldogs. .443 on the clock here in the first quarter. Wide open down low, but not for long. Monty Stewart-King blocks the shot from Peyton Quake. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to New Haven. This is Sissy Davis bringing the ball toward the timeline, but she's met by that 1-2-2 press. Johnson trying to slash through. Missed the shot, got her own rebound, and puts it back in. Janiah Johnson sticking with it. Johnson, the only Bulldog who has scored so far. They lead at 4-1. That's bobbled by Quake. Bortner fakes the pass. Driving to the basket was Bailey Bortner, and she throws it high off the glass. Check that. That's number 23, Kate David. And Kate David goes to the free throw line. That foul was on Monty Stewart-King. It looks like Alana Webb's going to check back in. Came out of the game after committing a technical foul. Free throw's no good. Johnson is there for the board. Johnson, Johnny on the spot. She looks to go baseline. Contact made there by Bortner. She's called for the foul. They work it around to Webb. Johnson has the look from downtown and hits a three. Janiah Johnson from the corner. She's already up to 7 points. It's the first 3 of the game for either team. East Noble has yet to make a shot from the field. Baseline jumper and a foul. And that'll send Peyton Quake to the free throw line. Foul is called on Abigail Snodgrass. That's Snodgrass's second foul. New Haven's already committed 6 fouls. The next one would put East Noble at the line for 1-1 unless it's a shooting foul or unless it's a straight off. Make it 1 for 6. Goodrich with the board down low. Step back three, Johnson, why not? Janiyah Johnson, back-to-back triples, and Sean Kimmel, the head coach for East Noble, wants a timeout. Well, so far it has been the Janiyah Johnson show for the New Haven Bulldogs. Show you a couple of her buckets here on the Traction AP replay during this timeout. There's Johnson getting around 3 defenders and eventually gets her own miss and puts it back. That was the second made basket of this game for Janiyah Johnson. And like I said, she just hit her second straight 3. We'll show you her first 3 of the game here on the Traction AP replay. Johnson was almost wide open from the baseline. The closeout a little bit too late, and Johnson, she knew she had the look, and she knocked it down from the corner. .322 to go in this first quarter. One downside for New Haven, though, has been the fouls. They've committed 6 fouls already. So the next one would put East Noble in the penalty. However, for East Noble, they've struggled to score both from the field and from the free throw line. They're 1 for 6 from the stripe. And they obviously have not made a shot from the field, and that trend will continue for the time being as Johnson almost had trouble with the ball. That's swatted away. Peyton Quake forces the turnover. Dribbling in is Kaya Mosley. Bortner's 3 won't fall. It's recovered by Walmsley. It's it back outside to Mosley. Baseline drive, Kate David, and she threw it away. Right into the stands. One of the fans over there is close enough to catch that ball. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Again, East Noble will set up their press. Johnson off the catch and shoot. Couldn't knock it down, but it's Abby Langford with the board. Goodrich able to chase it down for New Haven. And an extra possession for the Bulldogs. A Webb was wide open, but threw it strong off the glass, a little bit too strong. Loose ball, Goodrich says, I'll take that, thank you very much. And here's Davis down the floor. Goodrich, 1-on-2, gets her own rebound. Finds Langford on the other side of the paint, but Langford couldn't connect. Johnson going for the turnover, so was Davis. They get the ball down the floor to Mosley. Mosley with the left hand, too strong. Here's Johnson across the timeline. She'll slow it down. Johnson lost her dribble. She'll give it to Webb. Goodrich, 1-on-2 again, lost the ball, turns it over. Peyton Quake comes up with a loose ball. Bortner fouled by Johnson, and this will be 1-1 for East Noble. That's the 7th team foul against the Bulldogs. For Johnson, that's her 2nd foul. We've still got 1:15 left to go in this first quarter. East Noble has only made 1 free throw in this game. They're 1 for 6 by my count. Make that 2 for 7. That's Bailey Bortner hitting the first one from the stripe. Two for 2 goes Bortner. Webb dishes it back outside to Sissy Davis. Johnson's wide open, but can't hit the 3 that time. Bailey Bortner with the rebound, and here come the Knights. Kate David able to corral the pass. No good. Goodrich the board. Down to 50 seconds. New Haven can hold for the final shot of the first quarter if they choose. And I think Myquisha Bratton might have called a timeout. She did. Well, while they take a timeout, we're going to take one as well. It's a 30-second timeout. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really...
10-3 New Haven on top of East Noble. Janiah Johnson has all the points for New Haven. East Noble has not made a shot from the field yet. A catch and shoot three for Webb. That's too strong. Knights initially came up with it. Davis with some tight defense. Down the baseline goes Quake, and she throws it away. Sean Kimmel telling his players, you got to drive under control. And that was not the case that time with Quake. We're down to 20 seconds in the first quarter. New Haven can hold for the final shot. Webb goes to the corner, finds Johnson. Johnson trying to split defenders. Traveling is the call. Back to East Noble. Walmsley got to go quick. She's going to heave a desperation shot, and that's an air ball. First quarter comes to an end. New Haven leading 10-3. We're back for the second quarter in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
New Haven with a 10-3 lead as we start the second quarter. That's taken away by Johnson all the way to the basket. Missed the shot in transition. Johnson going after the steal, and she goes crashing toward the bleachers. And good sportsmanship there by Kaya Mosley to pull her to the floor. It looks like Johnson's okay. Walmsley gets around Webb. Over to Kate David. David will dish it to the corner. Goodrich there defensively. The feed inside. Walmsley trying to make something happen. She's surrounded by white jerseys and was fouled on the way up. And that is the 8th team foul against New Haven. That's one of the downsides for the Bulldogs in this game, is they're already in. They've already put the Knights in the penalty. Walmsley's able to cash in on that one. Bree Walmsley had the first point of the game for East Noble after the technical foul on Alana Webb earlier this game. Walmsley's 2 for 2 on that trip. All of East Noble's points have come from the free throw line. They've gotten nothing from the field yet. They've kept the fouls to a minimum, only committed 3. But New Haven has played excellent defense tonight. That's taken away. Kaya Mosley with the steal. Mosley able to find Beutner on the inside, and Beutner puts it in. That's the first made field goal of the game for East Noble. Pulls them within 7. New Haven was up 10-1 in the first quarter. Haven't yet scored in the second. Abby Langford driving. Double dribble is the call. Bree Walmsley across the timeline. Webb picks her up. Gets it over to Mosley. Quake sets the screen. Back outside to Beutner. Beutner trying to get inside. Mosley on the drive, loses it. Samantha Goodrich affected the shot. And here comes Webb. Webb's going to fire a 3. Can't knock it down. Rebound comes to Mosley. Long pass up ahead to Beutner. Walmsley's open for 3, but she missed. And Davis has the rebound. And that's out of bounds. Pass went away from Langford. Was behind her. And East Noble will take over. East Noble's right within striking distance in this one. Walmsley picked up by Webb. Miscommunication, but luckily Mosley was there to recover the pass. Mosley trying to find some space. Now here's Walmsley on the drive. Her floater won't go, just a little bit too strong. Goodrich has the ball. She finds Webb. Webb looking to attack against 4 defenders. Count it, and a foul. Alana Webb. First points of the second quarter for New Haven. Webb's on the board. Her free throw rattles home. That's only the 4th foul against East Noble today. Over to the corner for Mosley. Beutner fires a 3. It's good. That's East Noble's first 3. Bailey Beutner from downtown. Davis cuts to the basket. They go outside to Langford. Goodrich able to recover, prevent the turnover. She'll go back outside to Webb. Webb with the floater, got it. Alana Webb starting to make her presence felt. She's got the last 5 points for New Haven. Those 5 points right now stand as the difference in the ball game, you might say. Kate David couldn't knock it down. Snodgrass there for the rebound for the Bulldogs. Here comes Webb back down the floor. Langford guarded tightly by Beutner. Beutner almost got the steal. Langford holds on. Traveling the call. New Haven turns it over as East Noble tries to continue to close the gap. Loose ball recovered by David. Floater on the baseline by Beutner is no good. Here comes Webb down the floor. New Haven likes to go quick. Webb got to keep control of the basketball, though, and luckily she regained control. Over to Langford. Bortner harassing her as we've got 3:23 to go in this second quarter. Webb looking for some help. She's going to be called for steps. Webb punched the ball out of bounds in frustration. Will be East Noble ball on the inbound from the sideline. Bailey Bortner will put it in play. We've got 3:17 to go in the second quarter. Here's Walmsley. Walmsley looking to take Webb on. Mosley on the drive. She's cut off by Davis. Bortner into the paint. Fouled on the shot, and Bortner will go to the line. They call that foul on number 12, Abby Langford. 5'5" sophomore guard. Bortner's true on that first free throw. East Noble closing the gap a little bit. They did get their first field goal of this game so far here in the second quarter. 2 field goals. They did not get a field goal in the first quarter. But Bortner goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Langford has it taken away. Kaya Mosley able to chase the ball down. She just stripped it from the New Haven player, and Bortner's 3 won't go. Battle for it by David, but she stepped out. Janiyah Johnson back into the game for New Haven. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. This is Alana Webb across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Johnson, the catch and shoot 3. It's short. Goodrich rips away the board. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with New Haven. Johnson goes away from the screen, throws up a wild shot. That's Peyton Quake who got the rebound for East Noble. Bortner trying to beat the pack, and she's called for steps. Bortner thought that she was pushed by Johnson. There's Alana Webb across the timeline. Gets a screen from Snodgrass. Traveling is called on Goodrich, and well, Goodrich goes down the court. For a moment, she made it look like, really, that's traveling? But it's New Haven basketball as Walmsley comes across the timeline. Excuse me, it's East Noble basketball, not New Haven basketball. Johnson almost got a steal. Bortner, the floater, no. Out of bounds, East Noble ball. Goodrich touched it last. This is Bailey Bortner ready to put the ball in play for East Noble. Lob to Quake. Mosley off the glass and good. And we've got a 1-point game here in New Haven. Webb across the timeline. She's picked up by Walmsley. Webb, the floater. No, it was halfway down. Long lob down the floor, and Johnson throws it right back to Quake, but Quake couldn't finish. And now Johnson had the rebound, but it goes right through her hands. An initial steal by Johnson. She went up like a cornerback in man coverage. 59 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Walmsley into the paint. Late pass. Basket's good. believe that was actually Peyton Quake who got the bucket to give East Noble the lead. Webb fires a three, no good. Battle for the ball, that looked to be off of Quake. The official says otherwise. East Noble takes over, leading 16-15 with 32.3 to go. David kicks it out. That's Bortner. Get the ball to the outside for Mosley. Mosley in a crowd. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a shot or a pass, but either way, Kate David puts it home. Check that. It's Peyton Quake. Webb fires it up, no good, and that is how the first half will end. But East Noble, after not scoring a basket from the field in the first quarter and being held to 3 points, they outscore New Haven 15-5 in the second quarter. And now lead at 18-15 at halftime. I'm going to go ahead and get in a few words from our sponsors before we go any further. Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We are at halftime here in New Haven, Indiana. The Knights of East Noble with the lead, 18-15 over the Bulldogs of New Haven. We're back in a matter of moments here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels, we did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us if we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need fan discipline.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
After being held to just 3 points and scoreless from the field in the first quarter, East Noble now leads New Haven 18-15. They went on a 15-5 run in the second quarter, and that has helped them to this lead that they're enjoying right now. Here's a few words from our sponsors, or a quick word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral is needed, saving you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, look at the first half statistics for you. Leading scorer for East Noble, I do believe, is Bailey Bortner. She has a grand total of 7 points. Peyton Quake has 4. However, we'll show you a couple of her baskets, time permitting, in just a moment. Kaya Mosley with 2. Bree Walmsley with 3, all from the free throw. Those are the only 2 Bulldogs to score so far tonight. We got a couple of replays to take a look at, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Here's the first one. East Noble had not led in this game up until this basket by number 24, Peyton Quake. That was to give East Noble their first lead of the game, and then Quake would be involved on this next replay that we're about to show you. As Kaya Mosley drives against a sea of white jerseys. Was that a pass or a shot? I'm not sure. Peyton Quake, we know she took the shot, and she made it to put East Noble up 18-15. Do have an update for you. Snyder, after taking care of Southside last night, they've taken care of Merrillville today. That one's gone final. Panthers win it 55-25. That was on Kilmer Court, so Reggie Tharp and the Panthers get to celebrate a home win after annihilating Southside on the road last night over at Riker Gymnasium. We already mentioned Northrop lost today at the hands of Noblesville. I believe that was the first loss of the season for the Lady Bruins. Well, the Lady Knights will start with the basketball here in this second half. This is Walmsley off the inbound. And that ball is poked away by Monty Stewart King. It's a jump ball. New Haven takes over. Webb across the timeline. Snodgrass will set the screen for her. Johnson bobbled the ball. Goes for the step back 2, and she got it. Janiyah Johnson starts off the second half on the right foot for the New Haven Bulldogs. Here's Walmsley back down the floor. Gets around the screen. Screen set by Peyton Quake. Tough pass. Shot is no good from Addison Deming. She does get her own rebound, though. A catch-and-shoot 3 is short. Offensive board by Quake. And it's a jump ball. This time, East Noble keeps possession. I do believe we have more high school basketball coming up for you tonight. That's boys basketball. Carroll versus East Noble. That shot's no good. Webb grabs the board for New Haven. Webb slashing through traffic. Trying to get inside, puts up a wild floater. Goodrich trying to keep it alive, but East Noble comes up with the ball. Mosley drives, gets past Stewart King. Shot won't fall, but Mosley was fouled by Stewart King. And yes, that game between Carroll and East Noble is scheduled to start about 7:30, I believe. Broadcast scheduled to start at 7:15. As Mosley's able to add to East Noble's lead. I believe that's her first free throw of the game. She goes 2 for 2. East Noble was struggling from the line earlier in this game. But they seem to have found their rhythm from the stripe. Webb gets a screen from Snodgrass. Off the hands of King and out of bounds. Check that. They say it was off the hands of Mosley. So New Haven keeps it. Goodrich finds Johnson. Johnson trying to get by Bortner. Jumper won't fall. Bortner's got the rebound. The lob up the floor for Quake. Puts it in. Peyton Quake in transition. (22-17) in favor of East Noble. Quake now has 6 points, including the go-ahead bucket. Gave East Noble their first lead of the game. Johnson backs it out. Takes on some contact. It's an offensive foul. Or did she just step out? Well, Johnson's a little slow to get up. She's walking it off. A little bit of a limp, but she was holding her forehead briefly, it looked like. I certainly hope she's okay. Here's Walmsley across the timeline. Mosley trying to get by Stewart King. Deming off the shot fake. Finds Mosley into the paint. Lost the ball, but got it back. Walmsley with the floater, too strong. Johnson out-rebounds her own teammate. She and Stewart King both went up for that rebound. And now here is Alana Webb. Johnson called for steps. Shuffled the feet a little bit there. Here's Mosley, guarded by Stewart King. She gets by her and is fouled. Swatted on the arm, it looked like. It's going to be on Monty Stewart King. Check that, Abigail Snodgrass. The first free throw's no good. Kaya Mosley at the line. Mosley goes 1 for 2. She is able to add to East Noble's lead. The 6-point lead is the largest the lead has been for East Noble. Johnson backs it out, finds Goodrich. And that ball's going out of bounds. It was over the head of Webb. Closest one to it was Myquisha Bratton. She's the head coach for New Haven. This is Bree Walmsley across the timeline. She's able to find Mosley. Bortner fakes, gives it back up outside. Denning the extra pass to Quake. Goodrich going for the steal. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to New Haven. Referee had to tie his shoes there. Obviously, you move a lot up and down the court when you're officiating basketball. You don't want to trip over your own laces. Webb trying to get by the defender. Floater won't go. Walmsley grabs it. Up ahead to Mosley. Can she finish? Yes! Kaya Mosley in transition. The Knights now enjoying an 8-point lead, their largest of the game. That's Mosley's second field goal, but Johnson answers with a 3 on the other end. And a much needed one for the Bulldogs. That gives her 15 points in the game. Floater off the glass. Quake couldn't finish. Goodrich with the board. Corner 3, Johnson missed it. Quake has the board. Down the floor to Beutner, and Bortner's shot wouldn't fall. It's Stewart King who gets the board for New Haven. Snodgrass with the screen. That ball was almost going to no man's land. Goodrich from the edge of the paint, no good on the shot, and Stewart King's got the board. Johnson, or rather Webb, looking for some help. No one comes to set the screen for her. She'll let Johnson have it. Webb fires a three. That's too strong. Stewart King keeps it alive. An elongated possession for the Bulldogs. Webb trying to bank it in. Second try is good. Alana Webb puts it in, and a timeout taken by New Haven. By East Noble. Well, they take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
This has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really –
East Noble on top of New Haven, 25-22. Two players have scored for New Haven. Those are Janiyah Johnson and Alana Webb. Denning in a crowd, gets it back and scores. Addison Denning scores in traffic. That's her first made field goal of the game. Johnson's three won't fall, out of bounds off of East Noble. 1:34 to play in the third quarter. Webb down the baseline, gives it back to Johnson. Trying to get to the paint is Johnson, and she's fouled. The question is, was it before the shot or not? Looks like they're going to say it was before the shot. Kate David called for the foul there. I was about to say Peyton Quake, that's number 24. It was number 23 who got the foul, and for David, that's her first. That's Kate David, by the way, as Goodrich goes up to snag the ball on the inbound. Trying to keep control, and that's off Johnson. They're saying Kate David touched it last. Somebody's got to put the ball in play. It's going to be Sissy Davis to put it in. Johnson into the paint. Had it contested on the way up. The outlet to Mosley. Mosley one-on-one, up with it, couldn't put it home. Putback wouldn't fall. Another offensive board. And Quake missed the shot. But another offensive rebound by Deming, and Webb knocks that one out of bounds. I think it was Walmsley who altered the shot for East Noble. Back when New Haven had it a moment ago. We've got 1 minute and 1 second to play in this third quarter. Walmsley around the screen. The feed at the last second. Basket's good. Peyton Quake. There's Johnson. Gives it up to Sissy Davis. Stewart King had it knocked away. That's Mosley. Inside, Denning. Ball's on the deck. Johnson recovers, keeps it in bounds. Webb floats it up, no good. And a foul is called. It's against New Haven. Samantha Goodrich called for that foul. That's just her first. Ball had just been inbounded, I thought. Now the officials, he's calling for a timeout so East Noble can sub in. Might have to wait to sub till the next whistle, which basically be at the fourth quarter. Clock down to 5. Mosley around the screen. Bortner. The clock runs out. East Noble doesn't get a shot off. Third quarter comes to an end with East Noble leading 29-22. We're back for the fourth quarter in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
It's a 29-22 lead for East Noble. East Noble did not have a made field goal in the first quarter, but now they've increased their lead to 7. New Haven has not led since late in the second quarter. Here's Kate David. Gets it back outside to Deming. That's a long pass across court to Bailey Bortner. Over to Quake. Quake looking to drive on Goodrich. Puts it up. Air ball. But it was touched last by Sissy Davis. And East Noble will keep possession. Johnson going after the steal. Bortner's able to keep control of the ball. They work it back outside to Quake. Bortner fakes the pass, gets around Johnson. Floater comes up short, and Johnson's got the rebound. Johnson outrunning to the basket. She scores! Janiyah Johnson trying to keep New Haven in this one. She's had a fantastic night, no doubt. Janiyah's up to 17 points to lead all New Haven scorers. That's a foul from behind on Monty Stewart King. I believe that's her 4th. Indeed, it is her 4th. 6:43 to play in this one. Bailey Bortner able to knock down her first free throw. That was a struggle for East Noble in the first quarter, but they seem to have gotten things figured out from the free throw line. That's Bortner's 5th made free throw of the game. She goes 2 for 2. Less than 7 minutes to play in regulation. Webb finds Johnson. Johnson fires a 3, but it's short. Snodgrass has the rebound for New Haven. Davis for 3. Got it! Sissy Davis from downtown. That's her first points of the game. Once again, it's a 2-possession game, but East Noble looking to answer. Quake gets by Goodrich against a double team. Got it! Peyton Quake able to answer for East Noble. Quake is up to 10 points for the game as Johnson catches it, fires a 3. No good. Davis able to chase it down, an extra possession for New Haven. Webb trying to go baseline. The reverse, no good. Comes to Johnson. She brings it back out. Poked from behind and stolen. That's Walmsley. Lobs it up to Bortner. Johnson snags it. Battle for the ball. And a foul is going to be called. I believe that's going to be on Goodrich. Indeed, it is on Samantha Goodrich. Just her second foul. Sean Kimmel will make a substitution. Kaya Mosley puts the ball in play for the Knights. Wide open was Quake. How do you lose her? Quake's up to 12 points in this one. She was the one who gave East Noble their first lead of the game. She has helped to steer them to this 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. Johnson turns it over. Here come the Knights. One dribble and a basket. That's Kate David with the bucket. East Noble's up 10, their largest lead of the game. 4:40 to play in regulation. Does New Haven have an answer? Catch and shoot three, Webb, too strong. Snodgrass puts it in. Abigail Snodgrass, Johnny on the spot. Timeout called by Sean Kimmel. It's a 30-second timeout. He's got 2 timeouts left. And we'll be back in just a matter of moments here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
We're right back off the timeout. That's Peyton Quake with another bucket for East Noble. She's up to 14 points. She has really steered the Knights ever since the second quarter. As Johnson looks to attack the paint, left it short. Quake with the board for East Noble. Mosley down the baseline, but she dribbled it off her own foot. And New Haven will take over, down 10. They get it to Davis. She's hit a 3 in this fourth quarter. Goodrich calls for it and gets it, and then draws defenders and gets fouled on the left-handed hook shot. Peyton Quake called for that foul. Goodrich able to rattle home that first free throw. Still a breath of hope for the Bulldogs. Goodrich is on the board for the first time in this one. Goes 2 for 2. Full court pressure by New Haven and a foul on the inbound. That's going to go on Davis. New Haven going for a steal off that inbound. They don't get it. But that's Davis's first foul of the game. Abigail Snodgrass has committed 3 fouls for New Haven. Lonnie Stewart-King's committed 4. Johnson a little beside herself after that call. She thought she didn't do anything. That's Johnson's 3rd foul, though. And it's the 7th team foul against New Haven. So it means free throws for East Noble. Well, down 8 with over 3 minutes to go. You're not really in the stage where you have to foul, but Johnson knew she had to play good defense and perhaps force a turnover from the Knights. The free throw's no good. Goodrich has the board. Door is open for the Knights to, at the very least, get a little bit closer, for the Bulldogs, rather, to get a little bit closer. Here's Alana Webb. She gives it up to Johnson. Johnson is the top scorer for New Haven in this one. She's got 17 points. Webb gonna fire a 3, too strong. Battle for the rebound, and it's eventually won by Bortner, and Bortner is fouled by Davis. Knights will go back to the charity stripe. Bailey Bortner's been pretty good from the charity stripe so far. That's only Davis's 2nd foul. As Johnson had to tie her shoe, and also Walmsley is going to come back in the game. Bortner's able to connect on the first one. .248 left to go in regulation as Bortner goes 2 for 2. Shania Johnson will bring this ball across the timeline. Johnson trying to get around Kate David. Now she'll fire the 3, and it's good. Janiyah Johnson, give her 20 points for the game. And now can New Haven get a stop? Looks like they might try to play out this possession. Slipping and falling to the ground is Mosley, and that's traveling. She never lost possession of the ball as she slipped to the ground, and you're going to get called for steps every time. 2:14 to go. The ref looked like he noticed a wet spot there in the paint. Now that was no pun intended. Janiyah Johnson will bring the ball across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Webb. That was deflected, if I'm not mistaken. That's a 2 if it goes. It's short. Snodgrass threw it off the backboard. A minute 56 to play. Here's Walmsley. She's picked up by Webb. Mosley trying to get around Davis. Johnson going for the takeaway. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to New Haven. Still a breath of hope for the Bulldogs with a minute 34 left on the clock. Alana Webb gets the ball across the timeline for New Haven. Snodgrass sets the screen. Mosley was going for a takeaway there, and had it been a jump ball, that would have gone back to East Noble. Webb for 3, off the mark. Rebound snagged by Peyton Quake. They get it to Mosley up the floor. Contested shot, and Mosley was fouled. I think they're going to get Webb for that one. And now Myquisha Bratton will call a timeout for New Haven. It's only the second one she's used in this one. And I believe this is going to be 1-1. It's a full timeout. We'll be right back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
This is 1-1 for East Noble. Kaya Mosley at the line. Check that. She's fouled on the shot, actually, so she'll get one more. Second one is good. An 8-point lead for East Noble as we're now inside the final minute of the game. Webb was fouled there. Samantha Goodrich will look to put the ball in play. She's guarded by Quake. Johnson couldn't make the catch, dribbles it off her foot, and now she's got to get the ball across the timeline, which she does. Wanted to take the 3. Good defense, though, by Kate David. Ball is tipped and taken away. Mosley caused it. Walmsley comes up with it, and she's fouled by Webb. .1 left to play in regulation. And Walmsley's going to go to the free throw line. That's Alana Webb's 4th foul. Excuse me, her 3rd foul. She wears the number 4, but she's committed 3 fouls in the game. Bailey Bortner went over there to try and help calm down Bree Walmsley. East Noble looking for their 3rd victory of the season. Walmsley goes 0 for 2. Goodrich called for going over the back. And East Noble's now in the double bonus, or was the foul on Mosley? They're going to say it's on Mosley. So East Noble commits the foul. New Haven gets the ball back, but they're down 8 with now 35 seconds to go. Johnson, the step back 3, got it! A breath of hope for the Bulldogs. East Noble can take as much time as they want to off the clock. We're down to 12 seconds. And Davis with a foul, a late one at that. It's going to be double bonus for East Noble, and that's the 3rd foul of the game committed by Sissy Davis. 10.9 showing on the clock. Free throw's good for Peyton Quake. Quake has had a huge game tonight. She's up to 15 points, make it 16, and that will probably be the final dagger. Down to 6 seconds, Webb across the timeline. Johnson gonna get the shot off. No good, and that's the ball game. East Noble knocks off New Haven here at Armstrong Arena, 44-37 in this Northeast 8 Conference matchup. And East Noble will go to 3-5 on the season. East Noble goes to 3-5. New Haven goes to 1-8. We'll give you a quick look at our final statistics for the game. First for the visitors from East Noble. Kaya Mosley finishes the game with 8 points. Bailey Bortner finishes the game with 13 points. Kate David with 2. Peyton Quake finishes the game with 16 points. Bree Walmsley with 3. Those are the New Haven stats, or the East Noble stats. Here are the New Haven stats. Leading scorer for New Haven was Janiah Johnson with 23. Alana Webb with 7. Sissy Davis with 3. Abigail Snodgrass with 2. And Samantha Goodrich with 2. Our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Peyton Quake. She hit the go-ahead shot in the second quarter. From then on, East Noble led the whole way through. And then after that, she went on to score a grand total of 16 points. Peyton Quake, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. That's going to do it from here at Armstrong Arena in New Haven. For my camera operator, Carson Watkins, this is Thad Goff saying so long from New Haven. Again, East Noble beats New Haven 44-37. You've been watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me. I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.